Due to a series of unfortunate events, I broke the glass in my garage door window on one of the windows. So what happened was, as the garage door was closing, on the side over here, like a dowel got stuck, and as the door was closing, it couldn't close, and instead of just going back up, it got stuck trying to close, and that forced it to basically just bend a little bit and break the glass out. So now I'm going to show you in this video how to replace that glass piece. I've already taken the screws out, so we can remove this, and we can remove this piece as well. This is just an insert. And then I've also gone around and I removed all of the pieces of glass that were stuck to the like the caulking here. I've already removed all of that. So, and I'm actually going to just put this together. I'm not going to put any more caulking on it, so it's not going to be completely windproof like it would be, and waterproof if you did it the right way. But I'm just doing it so we have glass in there. I went to Home Depot and I got this piece of glass for $13. It is 12 inches by 36 inches and it's 2.5 millimeters thick. So we're going to open this up. And then I also had to buy a glass cutter from Home Depot because I didn't have one. So I'll show you how to use that as well in just a second. Okay, we'll ignore that. So I already measured and I need it 16 inches by 11 inches. So now we'll mark that on the glass here. So let's go 16. And then once we make the first cut, then we'll mark the next one. So now let's look at the glass cutter. This costs about as much as the glass, so like 15 bucks about from Home Depot. Here's what we're going to do with this. We're going to have to get out the screwdriver. Make these things really hard to get out. Okay, you got the screwdriver out. We're going to need to change the heads on this. I'll show you why in a second. Come on. Okay, that's the actual glass cutter. We're going to need some oil. And we're going to change to this head right here. We'll use that too. Okay, so this says 6 to 12 on it. 6 to 12 millimeters. So that's how thick the glass is that we're going to be cutting for this head. Since we know ours is only 2.5, we're going to have to change the heads. So let's take this one off, put this one on. So we're going to need this screw here. Now this is the right size for this piece of glass that we're going to be cutting. And then can you see how when I push this in, this is going to let oil come from in the reservoir down onto the glass tip. And then at the very end, the very tip up here, there's a little circle, almost like a little pizza cutter that's up there. Okay, so now let's fill this up with oil. Oh, there we go. We are more than full. All right, now I've cleaned that up. Let's close this off and take some of that excess right there and put it on the blade. Okay, let's clean up our workspace a little bit here. All right, one thing to keep in mind when we're doing this, well, I guess you could use this to put the oil on, whatever. When you push this down, you don't want to lay it flat like a pencil too far like this because it's not going to touch. So you have to hold it up higher, straighter than a regular pencil. And then you're just going to go score it straight across your line. Boom. Oops. And all this is doing is just scratching it. Scratching your glass. Okay, and then we'll just bring our glass up to the edge over here. And then we'll just do a quick hit it down, which will break it. You can also put this underneath it said, right down the line, if you want. Then you can break it like that. But we'll break it like this. Well, that's obviously what you don't want to do, so let's measure another 16 inches. And we'll mark our 12 after. Now when I drop this piece off, it's not going to matter if it breaks. Okay, let's score this one. Oh, follow the line. You can do a better job than I did following the line. Okay. All right, that broke off pretty easily. Now we need to measure our 11 inches. Now we'll just score this or scratch this up here. And let's see if this breaks easily. Oh, dropped it again and shattered, but all right, here we go. Now let's take a look at this. Will this piece fit in our spot that we need? That's the most important question we need answered. It looks like it does. Looks good. Okay, so before we put the glass on, we need to put the other insert in. This is the first insert right here. So set the insert in. Put the glass piece in. Obviously you could wash this before, but I'm just going to wash it after. Get that set there. And grab a screw and now I'll grab a screwdriver and we'll screw it all the way in here. Okay, you can see that the inset behind kind of slipped, so we're going to have to pull this out and reset it back in. Okay, that's in where we want it. Get the glass where we want it. I think I'm going to put the screw down here at the bottom because I know this looks good at the bottom right now. And we'll worry about the top in a second. Okay, now I know it's not going to fall apart on us. Let's grab one up here at the top. And now it's just a matter of putting the rest of the screws in. Hopefully you don't wait months in between like I did, because I lost a couple of screws in the meantime, so. All right, so let's take a look at this. Now, obviously you can still see there's oil on, it's dirty, but now we have a window again, and we don't have to replace the entire garage door. So the process is pretty simple, even when you make mistakes like I did. You saw I broke the glass, but it's This was 25 bucks to fix, did not take very long, and you can do it. So if you broke a piece of glass like I did, now you know that you can fix the whole thing. Go to Home Depot, grab the 2 things you need, $25, 10 minutes, you're good to go. Thanks for watching the Handy Dandy Andy channel. My name is Andrew. I'm your host, and I appreciate all your support.